Today, President Cyril Ramaphosa will be joining families in honoring police officers and reservists who have lost their lives in the line of duty at the annual South African Police Service Commemoration Day. The country's men and women in blue are tasked with the increasingly dangerous job of maintaining law and order in the country, but are often criticized for being effective in dealing with growing incidents of crime. Today, we turn our focus to those on the front line and get an insight into their daily lives. Let's now cross back to our reporter, Offense Stimo, outside the Union Buildings. Offense, a very good morning to you again. Thank you so much for joining us. Just a quick update about what's happening now.
Thank you very much, and I'd like to apologize to our viewers, as I mistook General Matapelo Peters for the poor Peters. But actually right now, I'm actually joined by the National Commissioner, General Fani Masemola, who's going to elaborate a bit further on what these fatalities, how they actually affect operations on the ground. Thank you so much, General. If you can just elaborate on, losing men who are actually fighting crime, how it affects your operations on the ground.
Yeah, today is one of those sad days that we are commemorating members of South African police service that have passed on in the line of duty. Well, the death of one member is too many, so talking about 33 is actually quite a very big number, and the numbers on the ground, yes, they get affected, but we are here to commemorate with the families of the members, and we are, of course, we know how painful it is to lose a family member. As South African Police Service, we would like to support the families that will be coming here today. We know that it is a reminder that is quite painful to them, but also painful to South African Police Service in the sense that we were working with these police members on a daily basis, and they were contributing to the safety of South Africans. It is unfortunate that amongst the community there are those individual criminals that will decide on taking the life of such very dedicated men and women in blue that are out there to save and protect the community.
Yes, and we understand that, the numbers on the ground, they are quite thin as compared to in 2010, where the minister was even saying that you guys are 20,000 short as compared to the year 2010. What are you doing to counter that shortfall?
In terms of increasing the numbers, you'd be aware that the President and the Treasury have allocated us a number of 12,000 police members, of which the current financial year we are already training 10,000 of the 12,000, which at the end of this current calendar year, they will be passing out. Of course, it's mostly replacement numbers. It's not necessarily add-on much, but it's better than nothing, and we appreciate that. And we are hopeful that the next financial year, if we can get more numbers, we'll be able at least to have police out there that will be better in a way to protect the inhabitants of this country.
And some of the motives by criminals of targeting the police officers is in order to take their firearms. Is there a way to tackle this issue, as most of the cases, it seems like most of the criminals are actually targeting to disarm the officers, of which those firearms then are used in the commission of crime?
With regard to, we are continuously prioritizing the training of our police members in terms of technical training. We continuously make sure that they are well trained, they are capable to handle their firearms. Yes, there are those criminals that targets them for purposes of taking away their firearms, but of course you do find also members that are killed which they were not armed, like the recent incident in the Western Cape where 2 constables were ambushed and shot. They were not armed, but we call upon the community to assist us, to support us, because the police are there to protect them. So we are calling upon the community that do not kill police. If you see any of such incident be prepared to come forward to assist us, because normally when an incident happens, there are those that will be witnesses that do see what is happening. So we will continuously keep on training our members to make sure that they are equipped to face the situation that is out there on the street.
Thank you very much. Well, as you heard, that's the National Police Commissioner General Sihlahle Fani Masemola appealing to communities that should they witness either the murder or the disarming of a police officer actually happening in their area, they can actually inform the police. And he's saying that there's also training that is currently happening, whereas they're trying to curb the issue of firearms being targeted whenever police officers are being murdered. And with that, we're just going to go to a quick ad break.